Down the rabbit hole, friends, a shocking new source is speaking out about Kate Gosselin, and they are claiming that Kate is going broke.
The next thing out of her mouth was, I don't even know why we got married. She doesn't speak from the heart, I speak from the heart. And I think I can get a lot of truth out there.
For those of you who have been following me on my series through Kate Gosselin's Tell-All book, you may not be surprised because we've seen how greedy and reckless she is with her money.
I always was holding somebody's baby. I might not even remember who the baby was. I was always babysitting, I was always gone. I mean, I babysat more kids than I could probably count anymore.
In Touch reported that a source close to Kate Gosselin and her family is speaking out about Kate's new life in North Carolina. She downsized, but apparently it wasn't enough.
Even though many episodes have aired and our story has aired, there are still many questions, I think, about how we got to where we are now.
We all know Kate Gosselin as that bitch with the Karen hairstyle who was always yelling at her husband on her extremely popular TLC show. Most of us remember that it was a huge saga in the media when John supposedly cheated on Kate and they ended up divorcing, though none of that was really true, as we found out down the rabbit hole of this book. But for a long time, John and Kate have been living separately. Kate has been shouldering the burden of raising 6 of her 8 original children she lost to along the way. And she had to sell her multi-million-dollar home in Pennsylvania to downsize a little bit and move to North Carolina. The In Touch source claims that Kate has fallen quite a long way from being one of America's top reality TV show stars. The source says Kate is currently living a very quiet and boring life in North Carolina. She doesn't date, and she has very few friends. Actually, her best friends are pretty much her own kids. That is sad. The 6 of you that are left, run. Get the heck out of there. You don't need to be Kate Gosselin's bestie. You guys deserve a life of your own. Because here's the thing, those adorable 8 kids are grown up. Kara and Matt, the older twins, are actually 23 years old now. They've been off to college for quite a while. And Kara recently graduated from Fordham University with a degree in international finance. She is working as a financial analyst in NYC, and all reports point to the idea that Kara is done with reality TV, her mom, and even her siblings. Like, she likes them, but in the kind of way that you need to take a step back and just move to New York and do your own thing for a while. Maddie earned her degree from Syracuse University, and she works for some kind of a makeup company at this point in time. Now, the 4 sextuplet siblings who decided to stick around and be raised by Kate, they're 19-year-old high school graduates now. Kate has not had very much of a relationship with the other 2 sextuplets, Hannah and Colin. In 2018, John Gosselin was awarded custody of both Hannah and Colin. And since then, Colin has had no contact with his mom whatsoever.
Standing up for himself for the first time in our exclusive interview, John Gosselin, the other half of the parenting duo of John and Kate plus 8.
But you know what? That's okay, because Colin seems to be living his best life. He recently enrolled in the Marine Corps. And he's spoken out publicly about his estrangement from his mom, letting all of us know, like, he can speak for himself. And he doesn't see himself as having the kinds of mental illnesses Kate has accused him of repeatedly. Of course, Kate continues to blame mental illness for her estrangement with Colin. And Maddie Gosselin, the eldest sister, has backed Kate up. The source, however, says that many of the other siblings don't feel that any of this should have been discussed in the public. The family drama is the only thing that seemingly gets Kate back on TV anymore. Well, that and showing up for like the first day of filming on that weird survival-based show, but she didn't even last very long with that one, right? Us Weekly tells us that Kate hasn't brought in any serious money since 2009. Now, before that, she made millions. And the information about that is all here in this amazing book. So over the past couple of years, the reality show TV money has started to dry up. We first saw hints of this when Jon Gosselin came forward and said he was going to have to sue Kate because she had removed a substantial amount of money out of Colin and Hannah's trust funds. Yes, Kate had set up trust funds for all the kids. That's good. They had a good lump of money in each fund, maybe like $100,000 or so. And Jon recently accused Kate of taking around $100,000 from both Hannah and Colin's funds. Kate's response to all of this was that, yeah, she took it. She borrowed the money and that she needed it at the time. She would pay them back later. Well, later is here, and it looks like that money has gone bye-bye. According to this source, Kate is living paycheck to paycheck. In 2021, she moved to Troutman, North Carolina, and she bought a home that was pretty expensive, around $800,000, and it's quite nice right on the water, but significantly smaller and older than her home in Pennsylvania. She doesn't have staff anymore, and it's been a long time since she's had any plastic surgery or gotten her glam done. In 2021, she also obtained her multi-state nursing license and allegedly went back to doing nursing part-time. And this source specifically states Kate lives paycheck to paycheck. There hasn't been a glam squad for a long time, so Kate looks totally different. She stays home a lot and watches a lot of TV. According to locals in the area, she's often recognized when she goes out, and unfortunately, people are not always very nice to her. She gets a lot of hate from people around her, and the source says it isn't always easy for Kate. Of course, Kate would have a friend who was highly aware that things are really hard for Kate Gosselin. I think it's quite funny that many people have responded to In Touch on their website and also on Reddit and other media platforms as well, saying that they know about Kate down in North Carolina, and most people's response is she lives in one of the most expensive, nicest communities and neighborhoods in the area. Her home is worth around $1 million. And the fact is, Kate could liquidate some assets and live a simpler life. Others are saying, karma, Kate. Karma's coming back for you, girl. You've been a hateful person who belittles your husband and at least one of your children, and it's coming back to bite you in the butt. If you want to know more about Kate Gosselin's finances and what got her to the place she's in today, you should check out more of my series. We are going through this book entitled Kate Gosselin, How She Fooled the World and the Rise and Fall of a Reality TV Queen by Robert Hoffman. This dirty little trash raccoon dug through Kate Gosselin's dumpster and pulled out her journal entries, which he used to create this book. It's a pretty creepy, crazy, intense rabbit hole to go down. Well, it looks like cash may be drying up, but the reality is a lot of Americans live paycheck to paycheck nowadays. Let's get Kate back to work, maybe in a nursing home. I bet she would really love that. Thanks for joining me here tonight. I hope you'll join me again as we head down another rabbit hole.